Yo, hello. It's been quite a while since I made a video. And the reason for that is because I've just been trying to figure out like diet and trying to figure out like detox and detoxing myself and just like getting right with myself fully and just just being just progressing on the path. And for the past like 6-7 months or so, I've been trying different things with diet because there is so much like conflicting information everywhere, all over Instagram and YouTube, and like if you're into this sort of stuff, you would have seen it. You would have seen the carnivore people and the keto people, and then the raw vegan people, and then some of the raw vegans say eat nuts and eat avocados, and then some of them say don't eat any fat, and then some of them say eat 20% fruit and 80% greens, and some of them say eat 90% fruit and 80% fruit and 10% fat and 10% protein. And some people say just juice all day and then eat one meal. Some people say don't juice at all, it's bad for you. Some people say only eat eggs. Like it's just bonkers. And when you look at these people, like the carnivore people, like you've seen them, they look healthy. So it's like I've been a bit confused, and because I was still in like a state of detox, or I still am, because it takes a long time to heal the body. I'm a lot better now. Geez, I'm doing better than ever now. I'll explain about that in a minute. But basically, I've tried every food. So I've cleaned myself completely out, and then I've tried every food. Like not every food, obviously, because that would take me 25,000 years. But I've tried everything: eggs, milk, meat, fucking bread, pizza. Bloody! I've tried eating avocados all day. I've tried juicing all day and then eating a meal at night. I've tried eating fruit all day. I've tried eating dried fruit all day. I've tried just eating oranges all day. I've tried just living on watermelon juice. I've done everything. And while a lot of that did make me ill, I feel like now I'm an expert. I really do feel like that, because I've made every single mistake. And the only food that makes sense for me to eat now is fruit. Like only fruit, 100% of the time, never anything else ever. Oh, afternoon. Never anything else ever. It's all, none of it is designed to go in the human body, I don't think, except for fruit. And I'm including vegetables here. I include, even like spinach and stuff. That's not food. It's just fruit. And it's taken me ages to come to this conclusion. And it's been, like, to be honest, quite a lot of suffering. But I'm not one of these people that can just hear something, and because some guru with loads of followers said it, then I'll just take it as gospel. I can't do that. I have to find out for myself. So that's what I've done. And the conclusion I come to is that it's fruit. So just fruit. What I tend to do is, now I've only eaten fruit now for like over 3 weeks. So I've only had fruit. I feel great, by the way. I feel better than I've ever felt in my life right now. I just feel fantastic. I bike like 30 miles a day, and I just get powered by fruit. Without the fruit, I couldn't do that. Well, maybe I could after a while, but it's just effortless on fruit. I don't feel like I have to shower ever. When I have anything else, so I've tried, like the least harmful animal food that I tried was raw milk. I tried that on 2 occasions for like 7 days at a time, but it always ended up making me stink after a while. And I think that anything that makes you stink is bad for you, isn't it? And it was making me sweat and stink. So the only food that I can eat, if I just eat fruit, I don't ever feel like I need to have a shower. Some days, some people are going to find this disgusting, but sometimes I don't. I go like, I had a shower today for the first time in 6 days because I just didn't feel like I needed one, and didn't smell. The clothes I was wearing didn't smell. Like I wear the same t-shirt for like 4 days, pick it up and smell it. It doesn't have the slightest indication that somebody's been wearing it. There's just nothing. There's just no. It's like, you know how like if you have a dog, you don't bathe it every day because it doesn't get dirty every day. But humans, like we need to shower every day because we eat things that make us stink because we're eating wrong because we're not eating fruit. Obviously, the biggest hurdle to the fruit diet is you need to clean your body out a lot before you can start like feeling good on the fruits, because when you first start eating fruits, your body's going to go into detox and you're going to think, the diet's bad. Or even if you understand that you're in detox, you're going to be like, fuck this, because this sucks and I just want to feel normal again. So you'll go back and eat some cooked food, which is sedation. Cooked food is definitely sedation. And that's another thing I want to mention, is that eating fruitarianism, the fruit diet, is more than just a diet. Because what the fruits have is high electricity, and they're alive and they have consciousness. And what they do when you eat them and you only eat the fruits and you eat nothing else is they raise your level of consciousness. They make you very much more aware of everything that is going on around you, inside your body, in your mind, your emotions, everything. So what that means for you, if you were to start eating fruits, or what it meant for me, is that there's no hiding from anything anymore. So you can't just go back to eating cooked food. And well, you can actually, if you want. Like, you can eat cooked food and sedate yourself, and then you sort of forget about it. You go back onto autopilot mode. And it's very weird because some people will be able to relate to this. When you're eating loads of fruit, you go to any supermarket or any public place and look around at the people. Everyone's drugged out of their minds. Like, you look into people's eyes, there's nothing there. They're on complete autopilot. They're not thinking. They're just moving from stimulant to stimulant, or drug to drug, sedation, sedative to sedative. That's what they're doing. And that's almost everyone. Well, it is where I live. I mean, it's probably different in other places, but probably not that different. And yeah, it's almost everyone. So fruitarianism is more than just a diet. What it is a revelation. It reveals you to yourself, and sort of forces you to start working on like your issues, problems, and it brings all these fucking trapped, old, stagnant traumas, emotions, all that shit to the surface, and then you have to deal with it. And you can make a choice. You can choose. I feel like shit. This is why people eat junk food, by the way. This is why everyone eats junk food. It's because they're running away from something, and the junk food chucks a wrench in the cog, in the fucking machinery that is their consciousness, and turns it off. And that's a nice feeling. That's why people drink alcohol. That's why people do drugs. That's why most people do anything. And when you only eat fruit, you can't run away from that anymore. And it gets to a point, or it did with me, where you don't want to run away from it anymore. So the part of me that wants to sedate myself died about a month ago. And now I only want to see how high I can fly on the rocket ship. Because every day this gets better. When you really commit to this fruit thing, really commit to it, and you don't have that niggling thing in the back of your head like, oh, I really want a pizza, or I'd really love a sweet potato, or just some bullshit. When you really don't have that, and you're just focused on the forward momentum that you have from eating the fruit, and you're just focused on where the fruit thing is going to take you, then wow, it's just an incredible feeling. Like, it's exciting. It's very exciting. Because I've always had this thing in the back of my head, like, oh, when I'm done with this juice fast, I'm going to eat. Like, even if I didn't consciously know it, it was there. When I'm done with this juice fast, I'm going to eat a curry. And obviously, where I've come back to, like, England, which is where I had all, like, where I grew up and where I built all these bad behaviours and experienced all these traumas and built all these coping mechanisms and all that shit. I've obviously had to go relive all that stuff. And what I've learned over the last like 6-7 months of doing it all is that none of it serves me. None of it. So eating junk food doesn't serve me. Bloody doing drugs doesn't serve me. Drinking alcohol doesn't serve me. Even eating cooked food doesn't serve me. Just binge watching YouTube doesn't serve me. Fucking what else? All of the things. Playing computer games doesn't serve me, and none of it is interesting anymore. So the new problem is just finding new things, well, I say it's a problem. It's more like exciting now, because it's like the old part of me is dead. So there's just all this space for like new stuff to grow, which I haven't really grown into it yet, but it's almost like I'm in like some sort of weird holding pattern. But that's fine. Like, I'll take that over numbing myself and sedating myself and all of that. Like, there's none of that anymore, and that's just exciting. So like, that's basically why I haven't, because I get messages from people and they're like, why haven't you made any videos? And I'm like, well, because, you know, this is why. Basically, I've just been figuring this out, and I didn't want to make a video while I was, you never want to make a video while you're feeling like shit, when you're sedated and you're like, you've eaten a load of cooked food and you know you feel like crap and you know your energy's all off and stuff. It's like why? So I just think I was just going to figure this out, and then I'll start making videos again, because there needs to be more people talking about this, and talking about how you heal yourself with fruit, and talking about how, like, basically everything I'm talking about, and how like you can raise your consciousness and raise your vibration just from eating fruit, just from staying away from sedative habits and eating fruit. Like, you really can just, there's like a real technique, you can, like a real practical step-by-step guide, like there's instructions you can follow to raise your level of consciousness. It's not just like some woo-woo thing, like this is how you do it. And it's all because you're not sedating yourself. Like, we're naturally a high consciousness creature, human beings. We're supposed to be high energy, high vibe, all that stuff, all those words. We're supposed to be like that, but we sedate ourselves. And obviously the controllers of the world, whatever you want to call them, the evil ones, they know this. So they perpetuate it. They're sort of everywhere. It's like buried into our subconscious mind. Like, you see, like you watch like a movie and there's like a cool guy in a fucking suit stood at a bar drinking whiskey, and it's like, when do you see cool people like that? Rarely drinking whiskey. Do you know what I mean? When you see people drinking whiskey in real life, it's like a fat geezer, just like all fucked up, just like, yeah, do you know what I mean? Throwing punches at people and eating kebabs. And that's what you get in real life. Like, we've all been quite heavily conditioned, and like every corner has got food on it, and it's like food. And like, you're scrolling through Instagram and it's like food. And it's like, oh, like, no wonder that we're all addicts. Like, I don't blame anyone, because fuck, you know what I mean? It's like hard work. So yeah, I'm just going to continue. I'm going to make videos now, because I'm just on fruit now. And like I've said before, that I'm going to make videos now, but I was still in the muck of it. But now it's just like, I've figured it out. I've got this. There needs to be more people talking about this. We need to get more people doing it. And it needs to be like, because all of that misinformation, people just follow it because no one knows how to listen to themselves, because they're so full of waste and toxins and shit. And it's like, how do you even know how to listen to yourself without going through what I've been through, which has been fucking hell. It's been like, it's like going through a furnace. It's like being in a furnace. That's what it's been like. It's literally been like there's a guy called Sunfire. I don't know if you watch him. He's like a fruitarian, and he says, I went through the furnace, and that's what it's like. It's not actually fun. It's not actually fun. It's actually like hellish, a lot of it. But I think that's like, it's like a rite of passage almost, especially for someone who's got, you know, like all these negative, like I built my whole life on bad behaviours, innit? So for someone who's a bit healthier, I can imagine it'll be a bit less like painful. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and just thought I'd update everybody, and I will be making more videos. I've got other stuff I want to talk about, and other things that people need to know about, because everyone's fucked. Like, I just look around, I just see everyone's fucked, and the more healthy I get, I just see people are just fucked. And like, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm not fucked, because I know I'm fucked as well, but like, we're all fucked. And we need to fix it, because if we don't, we are fucked, you know? So it's like, it's time to fix it. Time to fucking fix it. So yeah, you'll hear more from me on this channel soon. Thanks for coming.